35% more bullet per bullet. Yeah, indeed. I could put a door on the other side of the walkway, I suppose, yeah. It does seem like they still want to go that way. It's, you know, it's their prerogative. I'm going to let them decide where they want to go. It's fine. I feel this ship is probably going to need extra storage of Hyperium, though. Airlock fire suppression? What? Got airlock. And fire extinguisher. You can swap the missiles in the front-facing thrusters and slim it down a little. How do you mean? Exactly. You'll need to explain what you mean by that one, I'm afraid. Enrich Bloodborne. You use too few words. Instruction unclear. Put my dick in a toaster. Minus 10 out of 10. Would not read instructions again. Due to the front, laying their 3 long sides to the storage bay with more forward armor may serve you better than those 2 front point defenses, which seem very risky for the crew. Yeah, I kind of agree. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Getting the energy up to them, though? Awkward. Unless I do it like this and I allow the crew to just go round in circles. They still have the added benefit of facing the missiles to the front. Oh, you mean rotating them and placing them in here? Oh my lord. Chat, you're so bad. I'm getting flashbacks of when I used to develop. And the people who would talk with the customer would come in and say, hey, we want this thing done. It's like, okay, sure. Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, I'll get on that right away. And I start doing the work. And then they come in like, I don't know, 2 days later, I've already done the work. And they're like, so, yeah, the customer, we were chatting. And I'm like, oh, God, no, please don't talk with the customer again once we've already just decided on what we're doing and agreed on it. And they're like, so what we need is for you to do the thing in a completely different way. Radio. So crack on. And then they come back again, like 2 days later. It's like, so we were talking with the customer again. Oh my God, stop talking with the customers, please. And we decided that we really, really liked this other way of doing things, which, when I translate into code, is do it the way you were doing it the first time. I'm like, I am actually going to throttle you. I'm afraid that Tayasu Shi, the Baxi passes were completed a while ago. Like when you've sent a Baxi pass and I've read it and responded to it, I delete it. So it's gone now. Hey, Aavak, why don't you rotate the missiles? I will actually put your dick in a toaster, Bilal. You scallywag, you. My lord. I'm sat here experiencing legit PTSD from being a website developer, and they're mocking me. Rude. I thought of all people you'd be on my side. So rude. Are we talking Cylon? Because they can be hot. Sure, fine. It can be a Cylon. We actually want the app to tell you what bird you've taken a photo of. Will that add any time to develop? Why it hurts my brain so much? Storage by bunks. Move bunks back towards the engine. Read shields by... Storage by bunks. Move bunks back towards the engine. Oh, you mean move these down? All right, I'm gonna need to visualize this a bit better. So you're meaning moving these down here. Remember, this is the way that we access the engine room from the reactor, so I can't get rid of that, but I could put that down there, yes. And I could move the storage down here, yes, yes, that is absolutely something I could do. Smaller storage, well, only one tile smaller storage. It would have a dedicated missile storage end for each missile bay. Aavak, they never said if they wanted the species name the scientific name or just a random name, so just have a list of names that it chooses from, and Bob's your uncle. My lord. Altos should be hot, at least during operation, otherwise there is a fault there somewhere. Hey, Aavak, you're going to need more storage for the missile parts, just trust me. How much can the missile... How much, do missile parts store? That's 3 tiles, and what's your capacity? 30 parts, so 10 parts each. And if I'm firing HE missiles, it's 4 parts, so it's basically 2, 6... Okay, so we've got... 7.5 fires from a single... From the storage just there. Or 10 on a... 10 launches on a single 2x2. Thinking about it, that was silly. Why did I worry about that? Oh, yeah. At the very least, you'll need missile manufactories on the Hercules. Yeah, we're going to have missile manufactories on the Hercules. That's the whole point. And understand, chat, it isn't that I don't want to manufacture the missiles on the ship that's going to be firing them. It's that I don't have the crew for that. The added need to... Well, it's more the storage space, I guess, more than anything else. But the need to have the crew capable of supplying them and running them around, it just feels that that's going to put way too much strain on this ship. We are crew locked more than anything else. So understand that we're not building this in this way because we want to try and make as tight a ship as we can. It's because we kind of have to. Yeah, we're not carrying mines on this now. The storage by bunks. Move bunk back towards the engine. Yeah, but then there'd be no armor there, though. I'm trying to avoid doing that. I could, but I am trying to avoid it. That version of building means that this is basically completely exposed. I guess it isn't the worst thing in the world, though. I mean, if we're embracing that this ship is effectively just going to be dangerously open, then it gives us quite a few options in that regard. It does. Gives us a lot of options. We don't need this storage then. What do you think about this then, chat? It has a bit of a vulnerability in terms of here, but honestly, the armor along these areas is paper thin anyway, so it's not that much of a vulnerability, if I'm perfectly honest. If a ship is anywhere out here, it's probably going to hit the front armor. It's only if we actually get broadsided that... hit in the side broadsided. Or hit from... Well, even the aft wouldn't really... No, they would more or less have to burrow it straight down here. So if we passed someone, then we'd be open to attack. But other than that, we'd be all right. Perhaps moving one of the bunks to where the front storage is. Well, I'm not even sure about that, because at this point I can pull this armor right back. And I think I would prefer that, if I'm honest. Like, we could do something like this and pull this all the way down. But we do lose that awesome, like, mandible design. Or we could get rid of this entirely. There's definitely something to be said about the mandible design going on right now. I could re-add shields, that is an option. But do I want to? Because that's just building back out the front again. Whereas right now I don't have to worry about the front. It is literally just designed to be like this. Shields? Question mark. Do we want shields? Is that something that we really want? Considering the best shield I can do is still going to leave us completely vulnerable to the front. It's one of the downsides of a diagonal build, in my opinion, is that unless we have the shields facing this way, and even then, like, for us to have this set up properly, I'd need the shields about there or here. I can do it, but no matter how I go, getting to that thruster is now a pain in the backside. Like, if you were suggesting that I pull all of this down just so I can fit shields, I think you're going to be horribly disappointed. Because I wasn't intending to add them in. Split them to the corner on the weak sides? What do you mean by that, Atlas Rain? Oh, they cover the weak sides. Down here, you mean? They don't have that kind of range. Well, they sort of do, but I would say we're more likely to be attacked at the front than we are at the back, like by a very large margin. I can have the shields there, but realistically, putting the shields here, the only reason to do that is to shield the shields. Whereas here, I'm shielding this large block of armor. Missiles can sometimes loop around, depending on what you're fighting. Yeah, I think so. Kill all the little engines, put two-way engines on the tail, and drive it like an onboard motorboat. See, we did that before. Clearly, tum, you did not watch today's Let's Play. Because I followed someone's advice and took away the reverse thrusters on the fire ant, and all it did was get stuck on asteroids. We for science that. It doesn't work well. So we are going to keep the reverse thrusters. Because they also help us turn, not just reverse. That being said, we could put shields down there. That might not be a bad choice. Instead of that strong reverse thruster. But I kind of like the idea of it. We'll see, I suppose. Yeah, this is meant to be a long... I think the problem that quite a few people in chat are having is they're getting stuck in the... And it's a very easy trap to get stuck in, so I'm not calling you out on this one in like, oh, look at you falling for the classic blunder. It's so easy to get stuck in this mindset. You're trying to make a ship that does everything. To a certain degree, that feels like what chat is doing. It's like, oh, turn this around. Oh, add shields. Oh, I'll do this. And it's like... But I think we're losing sight of what this ship was meant to be good at by doing all of that. It's just meant to be a missile boat sat at its maximum range, throwing in extra missiles to mess with enemy ships. Yeah, I feel that a lot of people build ships and they suffer from feature creep in their ships. Like the amount of people that have wanted me to add missiles onto the Scarab, or to add this onto the Scarab, or add, you know, missile systems onto the Hercules. Is why would I want to put missile systems onto my factory ship? It should not be anywhere near a fight. The moment I think it's about to get into a fight, I jump it away. Why would I actively want to go to the effort of adding all of the support infrastructure needed for it to be able to engage in long-range combat? Yeah, exactly. Another ship is going to be, ideally, the one that the enemy are focusing on, and then the fire ant is just going to be off to the side, just launching volleys of missiles. Oh, yeah. Dat 594, I don't think this ship is going to be able to back up faster than an enemy ship. I really don't. That being said, on that note, expensive, but only by 2. So total of more of 4. Pomp. Boosters. But, yeah, I don't think this ship is is capable of running away. It's more staying out of the primary line of fire. Like, it shouldn't be the target of the enemy ship. That's what the Scarab is going to do. This ship isn't going to be fighting on its own. That's another thing I really want people to understand. This ship isn't built to go toe-to-toe with anything else, even a small ship. It's built as a support vessel. Do the prismed lasers hit missiles? I don't think they do. They might do. I don't know. Right. I think we have put as much effort into this now as is reasonable to do. So the final things we need to add are to add back in a way for the crew to get on and a way for them to put out fires. This is now as well built as we can make it. And I think it's going to have to be happy with that. The only other thing we could add is storage for Hyperion, just so that we can recharge this once we land. But honestly, I don't think this one's going to be making jumps that frequently. I have a ship that's just 24 missile launchers and PDC. That sounds amazing. Hey, gamer girl. How you doing? All right. Make it so. Think. All right, peeps, get back on. Whee! Dunk. Right, now the problem is that we've got two things I need to do. Operations are these two. One will be energy supply and one will be a porter. Because they're the ones that will load the ammo. So, first, copy roll. I do like the shape of this ship, though. And it's starting to look more like an ant, in my opinion. Though, honestly, you could think it was going in that direction. If it weren't for the fact that you could see all these thrusters. Alright, paste that in. Energy supplies, copy roll. I like what I did there by accident. Paste this in. And finally, the porters. By the way, chat, the sad truth of the matter is that when I'm designing ships off camera during recording, it doesn't go much faster than this. It's a little bit faster because I'm not back and forthing as much, trying to please everyone and then reminding myself, oh, wait, I've been through this lesson like 10 years ago. You can't please everyone. Don't even try. That route leads to madness. Right, so operators here and here, energy supplies here, porters here. Alright then, crew. Hop to it. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is all we need. So, you... This one's already got 2 people. You go there. Is there no one over here? Oh, you're the only one, so... Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's all I needed. 2 energy supplies, and... presently 2 porters. Why 2 porters? Okay, well, you need to go down there then. I'm going to need 1 more person, possibly 2 more people, to fill this ship out. So I'm really sorry, Hercules. I keep stealing your crew. Your crew are being poached. It's awful. Awful. Hercules here, struggling to get by with its tiny, ever-diminishing crew complement. They're actually coming across. Yes, they did. You can go in there. There we are. Right. Good to go. Any extra crew we get will just be extra operators. But for now, I really don't need to tell them what to do, because there's very specific roles that they can take. Next up, we need to close that out. We need to transfer resources. All of that across. I need to mark these for HE missiles. Actually, can I select what these fire? Ah. Alright then. Chat, do we want high explosive or EMP? That's the next question. The 12 laborers of the Hercules. 8 times 9, that is perfect. I love it. Yes. God damn it. EMP for support, I'd say. Well, looking at your ship, all I can think of is, are we the baddies? It does look like a kind of crazy mask, doesn't it, now I'm thinking about it? Wow. A screaming mouth and 2 eyes with the pupils dilated at different degrees. And then the central third eye. The Dalek stalk protruding from the forehead. It's got big Transformers vibes. It does a little bit, doesn't it? Okay. Well, we could have EMP and high explosive. That seems like a good combination, actually. So, with that in mind, EMP. Now, EMPs require a significantly larger investment of resources, though. Alright. We'll see what we can do, chat. And by that, I mean we've got to go in here and set all of that up. Fairly large. Not as big. Well, actually, I lie. Very large. Okay. And HE. These excess doors, don't need them. So copper and iron and sulfur. I've got, do I have a specific area? Yeah, I do. Okay, and this one is now going to be for regular missiles, those one for EMPs. Eventually we're going to want nukes. Can I fit the nukes on right now? No. Maybe later though. I might want to slap that in, honestly. Because then mines could go over on that side. Thing is, I'm not using nukes, so there's no point in me making it yet. It's good enough for now. Which one is my copper? Okay, so that's iron. And copper. And sulfur. I'm so terribly sorry, crew. You are having a rough time of it. I know. It kind of sucks. Hopefully you can make some of these missiles, though. That would be great. I love watching them do this. It's like watching a colony of ants. It's marvellous. I deeply approve. Alright, we need to go mining, though. Both of you can follow the Hercules for now. Listen here, Gandhi. No nukes. Shh, it's fine. Please no. How about you guys just be in a formation for now, eh? There's so few crew. Hercules has just been slowly hemorrhaging its crew. There was one time when its crew was like 30 or 40 strong. Ah, those are the good old days. Heady days of things getting done on time. No corners being cut because that's the only way to get them done. Ah, good times. I not store any more? Possibly not. There's loads of carbonite here. Please go collect it. Make more diamonds! I mean, to be fair, we are actually kind of ridiculously wealthy. We're not even using all of our wealth. We're just barons. Appropriate staffing levels. The true myth of our age. Look, let's be brutally honest. It's always been a myth. No place that has staff ever wants to hire enough staff. They would rather get the staff that... Oh, balls. They're all doing it. They would rather get the staff that they've got and trick them into doing the work of, like, 3 or 4 times the amount of staff that they've actually got working there. And the way they trick them is by promising promotions or pay reviews. It's like, well, you're not a team player, though, are you? I'm afraid you don't get the bonus. No, not enough of a team player. Sorry, but it's true. Why can I not Oh, it's because you can't hold it. Fair enough. Why hire extra staff when you can just tell the staff that you've got that you're trialing them? You're seeing how they work as management material in a vice manager role. No, they don't get paid more for this. This is all part of working out who's best for the job. Yes, that's how it goes. Important work. Oh, we've got some missile bits. Hooray. I think we need to go and sell some of this steel, frankly. We've got ridiculous levels of it. Oh, there we go. Well, let's transfer resources across to the fire ant. Oh. Yes and yes. Hooray! Ooh. How fancy. Okay, so we've loaded these missiles, but this one looks much more interesting. Oh, that's fantastic. That's basically how I build my ships. Truly marvelous. I greatly approve of this. It's all glowy and stuff. Very fancy. Lego fish. Wow. Yeah, sorry, we've only broken the record growth 3 years in a row. This isn't a wiggle room for a bonus this year. Maybe next year, if you try hard enough. If only more of you were team players, then we'd be able to afford to do this, but sadly no. What the heck are you? You look expensive. Therefore, I wish to take you apart. I believe this was a hauler. How absolutely marvelous. Okay, I'm going to try and transfer some steel across to the Scarab. And send the Scarab off to trade it. Thankfully, they are taking it from the place that no longer needs it. Or is allowed to store it, rather. Now, if you're wondering why they're still stocking it in there, it's because there was already a stack. So it can... That basically overrides what I've designated it to store. So because there is already a stack there, it knows it can sell that... it knows it can put that resource in there. Hello, I would like to sell. I will keep. Good enough. Initiate trade. Okay, Aavak, chat, I go to sleep now. Aavak, try not to let chat make you go crazy. On that note, you might want to have the missile rotated the other way. I just... Why? How are you going to integrate this 5.5-hour stream into your YouTube series? Well, I'm not going to include any of the clearing out the systems. I'm just going to mention that that's happened. But what I'm more than likely going to do is I'll put these VODs up on Aavak After Hours, maybe, as usual. In which case, there'll be the no-cut content. But I will then go on to add in... like the next episode will be basically cut footage of us building the ships and maybe a couple of battles testing them out, or maybe I'll do that in the episode, but it'll be cut footage and maybe a bit of post-com over the top of it, just explaining the decision process. That's my plan anyway, such that it is. I no longer care. Actually, no, I'm going to take these now. But I no longer care about steel, realistically speaking. Coils, I still do care about. But everything else, no. I'm drowning in steel. On that note... Can I send her any more? I cannot. This makes me very sad. Are you full? You are indeed full. Very well. What have we got over here? There were diamonds on that ship. Wow. I deeply appreciate your contribution. I finally ended up staying out late enough to come back to your stream. Still my favorite stream to just relax to. Hey, a good vibe, Goblin. Wow, 8 times 9, really? You were told that you needed to work harder for people to take you seriously. What does that have to do with anything? I guess that's the point. It doesn't have anything to do with anything. There's people being bigoted, but yeah, that's weird. Surprised they even got away saying that, honestly. This would be so much faster if, you know, I wasn't trying to do this. Oh, there are actually nuclear missile parts there. Am I collecting nuclear missile parts? I am now. Collect those nuclear oh, okay. Apparently I'm not. Alright. Let's get back over there. I'm just going to ferry steel back and forth so the Hercules can... Oh, you know what? What I should do is actually expand the Hercules. I should stop being lazy and expand the Hercules cargo capacity. At least a bit. It's not going to be like a full rebuild, though. That's the thing. I'm just going to expand its current design and then tweak it a bit. Alright. Let's have a look at what we can do. So, Hercules. My lovely. It's time we extend you out a bit, eh? Oh, dear me. Are we as far down as we can go? I think we are. In that case, I need to do it the other way. I need to extend it forwards. It's not quite what I want. What are we going to do in here? I guess... That is awkward. Alternatively, what I could do is this. Actually, I need mirror mode on for this. No. Yeah, this will work. I have a central walkway, but it's fine. And clean up these doors. Gone now. Yep. And that is good enough, almost. We need the doors up here as well. Alright, I think we're good. That's actually going to have added a lot of storage space there. The next place I add storage space, though, is going to be the front. I think I'm just going to do that right now, though. I want the Hercules to really, really kind of deserve the name it's got.